Where's for sale? Where's for sale? All that meets the eye. Surprises under the sky. Ropes and perfumes, weapons and journals, from hat pins to jars of honey. I have it all here upon my boat. Good prices, come by, come by. Where's for sale? Silk new combs, fish hooks, and glass beads. Come by, come by. The morning's still early. Hello. Welcome to my boat on the floating market. You're new here. I've never seen a human quite like you before. What is your name? What do they call you? I see. That is a very fitting name. I like it. It suits you. Me? My name is Renna. It's a pleasure to meet you. Now, come closer. Young human, let me show you my wares. I have various things to sell today. Do any of them strike your fancy? I have weapons, I have clothes, I have jewelry, I have journals, I even have ropes and perfumes and jewelry of all sorts. I believe I already said jewelry, but my wares are so wonderful they bear worth repeating. Now tell me, come, don't be shy. Can I interest you in any of my wares, human? Oh, you're an adventurer. Oh, I'm not laughing at you, human. I just find it admirable and wonderful. And when I find something such a delight, something that makes me so happy to hear, I chuff, as we tiger folk are wont to do. But it honestly reminds me of my glory days, as it were. I have many things that an adventurer like you could find use for, though. I have this ebony wood crossbow that fires silver bolts with blessed tips. Good for hunting vampires or going after monsters who are prone to acts of evil. Or, if that is not to your fancy, I have potions. I have some sturdy cloaks to keep the cold out. And I even have some daggers, some short swords. And if you are prone to magic, I even have some spell books that I just got right here. I have a little bit of everything on my boat today. Glory days. Oh, I did say that, didn't I? But I'm sure a young adventurer such as yourself has much better things to do than listen to the tales of some old tigress. Oh, I don't look my age, do I? That's very flattering, but I am no spring kitten. I know I don't look it, according to your human eyes, but I've actually had cubs. Oh, they're all big now, and out on their own. I miss them, but they still visit their mother on occasion. And they know that I love them still, even though they're big and out on their own and having their own adventures. Do you truly want to hear my stories? Fine. But I don't tell stories for free, human. In a way, it does have something to do with my name. For my name is one of the prophetic kind, meaning born again. It's very fitting. To look at me now, you wouldn't hardly believe it, but many years ago, before I had my cubs, many years ago, when I was a young adventurer like yourself, I was quite the warrior. I was known and feared throughout these kingdoms. Sounds like some novice is using magic again. Bear with it, human. This thing happens almost semi-frequently around the floating market. It'll pass by, just wait a minute or so. Young novices need to learn to practice better outside of the kingdom limits. That way they're not disturbing people with their magic. It's better. It does sometimes happen near the floating market. That's the thing. I know many teachers of magic, and they all tell their students the same thing. If you are to practice, you go to a secluded area. That way, when you are casting your magic, the waves of the air around you and the effects of you using your magic do not bother other people. Casting magic so close to cities and towns when you are still new and you do not know how to properly grasp it often lead to that buzzing static electricity sensation, and it drives a tiger like me up a wall. It's awful. It makes me feel like someone is trying to pet me, but they're petting me in the wrong way. And that's two sensations that are already unpleasant. I'm not against being pet by those I know. I've had many good friends of mine, warriors that I fought alongside with and the like. Sometimes they would give me a scratch on the chin or a head pat. I miss those days. As I was saying, look at me now and you would hardly believe it. But back in my day, I was quite the warrior. I was very fearsome. I wore chainmail, just like this. And I wielded a broad claymore. I did, believe it or not. I still keep the sword with me for sentimental reasons, but it was with that sword that I cleaved a giant's head in two. It was terrorizing a village, haggling the people for their wealth, their money, everything. Every year he would run the same shakedown. Either you give me your goods, or I crush your city and all that reside into it into a fine dust. And as such, well, I couldn't let that stand. So some friends of mine put that giant back in his place. I did. That's one of my stories. My eye. Pardon, human. Excuse me. Terribly sorry, the breakfast I had was quite filling. But my eye is a funny story. Well, I happened to run into an old friend of mine. He was running. Seems one of the merchants is firing up their oven. Anyway, but this old friend of mine was a part of they were roped into, well, to be very blunt about it, a cult. They were kidnapping thousands of innocent people, human and monster alike, and they were slaughtering them for their martyr. Needless to say, my friend and I fought that damned panther. We fought, and in an attempt to get the better of me, he scratched at my face, and he got my eye. I may be down to only one eye, but my sight is still quite sharp, and I have not once missed a meal, and I have not once gone hungry. I'm thankful for that, but it breaks your heart seeing someone who you grew to care about and love so much, like they're your own flesh and blood, and to see them go down such a horrible path. It breaks my heart. I would have liked him to see my children. I would have made him their godfather. But there is no one doing what is done. Tell me, human, what sort of adventures are you on? Let me help you and prepare you for said adventures. I told you I have a wide variety. And I'd like to offer my services to you. Are you going on any adventures currently? Are you by yourself, or do you have companions? Oh, I see. So you are working on forming your own adventuring party, eh? It makes me happy to see such young adventurers trying their luck out in the world. Well, I can certainly give you equipment to start off, and I can even provide you with some gifts for those who wish to join you on your adventure. I've learned, with my many years of experience, that a gift is a good way to welcome somebody and to show them that you wish to be friendly-like. But I have potions of healing. I have sleeping potions. for the rogue if they feel that they need to slip someone a drug. I have 3 scrolls on Communicate with Dead for the magic user. I have this lovely Corinthian shield made of titanium and gold. It does plus 15 in defense against dark magic. And of course I have cloaks, robes, and various other things. And if you happen to run into a bard, well, I have never met a bard that could say no to a sparkly or two. Some jewelry, perhaps a pendant, a brooch. So, tell me, human, what can I sell you? Very well then. So that is a spell book, 2 daggers, 5 potions of healing, as well as a pendant, a ring, a brooch, 2 cloaks, and some rope. Variety is the spice of life, as they say. Well, may these items serve you and your soon-to-be party well. Me? Oh, human. I admire your moxie, but my days of adventuring and fighting are behind me. I'm old now. I am a mother and a grandmother. Besides, I quite like the life of a merchant. What made me give up adventuring? Well, my late husband, he fell wounded during some nameless crusade. I spent my time nursing him back to health, and of course, by then, I'd become pregnant. Contrary to what many think, adventuring is not without its pitfalls and dangers. I couldn't bear the thought of putting my own cubs at risk, so I retired from adventuring. And when my husband died, that sealed it. I soon came to learn the ways of a merchant, and I have been working the floating markets ever since. That is my life, and I quite enjoy it. But, again, I admire your moxie, human. Here. Take this scroll. It is a map, and, for that matter, take this ring. You may need it. You notice the sigil on it? And do you see an inscription on the band? If you ever find yourself in need, simply go to the building that bears that mark on its sign. That is the Guild of Avalorn. They are also referred to as the Golden Phoenix. They're close friends of mine. If you ever need anything or are in dire trouble, tell them Renna sent you, with the warmest of regards. Oh, trust me, they will listen and they'll let you in. I used to serve under that order and guild. It's It's where I met some of my many closest and dearest friends. It also happens to be where I met my husband. I miss him. Oh, no. The scroll and the ring are a gift from me to you. As for the wares that you wish to buy, because I like you, how about you give me 7 silver for all of them, and we'll be even. Thank you. I appreciate doing business with you, human. I wish you luck in your adventures. Oh, and human, when you come back from your adventures, come find me. I want to hear all the stories you have, the stories that you bring with you when you finally come back. Very well. I'll hold you to that promise. Good luck, and may fortune smile upon you, kind human.